Well, fuck me upside down, flip me over, and feed me just the green one from the Quality Street tin. It's Advent! It's December! It's the traditional countdown to not actually the end of the year, but a little bit before it that we all like to do. And this year I'm going to celebrate it on this channel with an Advent series. And don't worry, over on Ashens' channel, me and him will be unboxing very fucking awful Advent calendars. Really, genuinely didn't enjoy any of that. It was brilliant for you. Definitely not for me. Here's a clip. But on this channel, instead of celebrating TAT, we're gonna celebrate the best video games of the last decade. Specifically, the games that I feel really defined this last decade. Because this last decade has been going on for almost 10 years now. And a lot's happened. And I want to look back and go, oh shit, I was 20 at the start of this, damn 30. And also, celebrate these decade definers, or double Ds. We'll call them double Ds. That's what we're going to do every day from now until Christmas. 25 episodes, not stingy, not going to stop on Christmas Eve. We're going to flop out one of these double Ds and really get our hands on it and have a brief natter about why I think it is one of the games that defined the decade. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about something else for a second. I made a list. A very long list. I shrunk it down. I got it to 25. These are going to be the top 25 in order. And some games didn't make it. Some games that fell off at the bottom of the list. Mass Effect 2. That's the kind of list this is, where Mass Effect fucking 2 doesn't get on this list. The Walking Dead Telltale's games, because they really fucking made some noise, didn't they? Breath of the Wild, which a lot of people liked and I played. PT. Remember the playable teaser that kind of after a really long trek became Death Stranding, a game about really long treks? I mean, that's really bizarre, fantastic cultural hit for a really short period of time, but it's kind of interesting, and I thought, is it a decade definer? Not one of the 25. Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, I don't think we've ever had another point in gaming history where someone has just basically spammed out games for the fans that the fans really fucking like. Fucking Scott Cawthon, is that his name? Just game after game after game after game. Fantastic. Just brilliant stuff. But not one of the top 25. Rocket League brought esports into the realm of the understandable. I think and everyone can play Rocket League. I mean, only 6 people in the world can play it well, but everyone can have a go, and that was fantastic. But not one of the top 25. Dishonored. I mean, Dishonored went, hey, what if Deus Ex had teleporting? Dishonored! Bastion, one of my favourite games of all time. For a short while there, loads of games added narrators. I was like, oh shit, narrators. And then it kind of died out a bit, so it didn't make the top 25. But Bastion, that's some incredible games. And they didn't make the list, so what did make this fucking list? We're going to find out right now, because it is time to reveal number 25. Because I'm doing it in reverse. It's not going to be the dates, it's going to be the numbers. Pokemon Go! Now, 2016, we were all minding our own business, and then suddenly there were stampedes of people trying to catch a fucking Vaporeon. Pokemon Go there was that feeling with it. If you were there at the beginning, back in the day, it was a sort of and then it came out, the downside, and some of these will have downsides and reasons they're lower, because arguably, culturally, that's one of the biggest. That's top 3. The downside is they just didn't sustain it. They didn't sustain the momentum they had. They kind of was like, here's the game, just throw there's nothing monetized. It didn't... that close to being one of the best games ever made, and they fucked it. But it was still a culture. I still play it. I'm one of those people, because it's the only fucking thing that gets me out of the house these days, which my dogs are grateful about. But even on the community days, there's always people, and there's always people still playing it. There's still loads of people playing it, but it doesn't have that same sort of oomph that it had, because that oomph was insane. Absolutely insane. Pokemon is the biggest franchise of all time. I think Pokemon, the biggest media franchise of all time. And, see, whenever I think about Pokemon Go, it's almost that sort of just missed it. Just like the really smart kid who doesn't put the effort in, the last bit fucks up and gets bees, and you're like, no, you could have fucking nailed it. But can't deny its fucking impact. And that's what this list is about. This list is not about the best, this is about the ones that define the generation. Although the ones near the top are all fucking excellent. Tomorrow, we'll find out what's in number 24. Fare thee well!